Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the backplating in Redshift. So this time around, make sure I'm in Redshift. Last time I happened to be in Arnold, so everything was good. Now I got to go over to Redshift. Okay, and in Redshift, what I need to do here, I could get myself a Redshift light. Let's just get the Redshift render running. Oops, and I forgot. Yeah, I'm just going to switch to the Redshift IPR, and let's just hide that. And I guess, do I have a Redshift light in here? I don't think I do. So if I go into lights and I get a physical light, and here, let's pull this up over this way. Oh, and you know what? I think, just hold on a second, I gotta have my skeleton. I think the big problem here is I have got, I've got myself stuck with, let's just do this. Might have to hide a few things. I got myself stuck with Arnold materials on this thing, so I'm just going to quickly go in here and I'll go in here, assign favorites, and it isn't in my favorites. I only get Arnold, so I have to go over here and go to my Redshift shader, make sure I have Redshift materials on, and vavoom! There we go. Okay, and I'll quickly scale it up, and we'll pull this over this way. It's too big. And come on. Come on, just a little bit faster. It's still not as laggy as when I was rendering in Arnold. Okay, so, and the hair probably needs the Redshift hair shader. So with Redshift, the trick is it lives in the light here. If I go into the Redshift dome light, okay, so I got my Redshift dome light up, and let's get the attribute editor open for that. And there's a dome map, and this is where I'll go in and character, source images, and I go in, there's that HDRI image that I'm using. Nothing special, okay? And then if I go down here to Backplate and enable, okay, it hides that. Sometimes you'll find that this environment, you have to disable the environment or whatever, but play around with these. Backplate map. And I go in and I find that same... Why didn't it go into my source images? I don't know. Street background texture. Oh, I gotta watch out. That's for Arnold. You know what? I haven't tried this. Does that work in here? Still does. Okay. And there we go. Something like this. When I did that, it's on the back of the light, so and it's placing with the screen here. We have any trouble? We just have to worry about this floor here. So if I take the ground plane and I right click and I assign a new material and I go to a Redshift shader, I'm looking for this thing called the shadow catcher. Whoop! Redshift matte shadow catcher. And then when I get over here, background is environment. Whoop! There you go. Okay, there might be some issues with the alpha. I'm just going to double check. So, shadow alpha. Can I go into negatives? No. Shadow color, ambient color, catch diffuse. Background alpha here is 0. So what if I do this? No. And I'm just going to check something. I'm trying to remember which freaking software program I'm in. Okay. We'll say it's good enough for now, because it's going to work in the RGB, but there I can see my little shadows on the ground, and I can kind of place this and wherever I want to in the background. Anything else I got to tell you about this? I think you should be okay when you render this out. That's it. That's a quick one.